Hi, this is Dan Petrock, and I'm going to be your statistics instructor this summer of 2025. Looking forward to working with you. Thought I'd introduce myself quickly and give you a brief tour of the course to help you get oriented. You can always reach out to me through email and phone, which is also my cell phone. Email dgpetrock@dmac.edu, and then cell 515-971-7468. We will give you a brief kind of introduction to my family. My daughter got married last summer, so we got this nice picture. So I'm right here. You can just call me Dan. That's my daughter, Kaylin, my wife, Sarah, and then Blake is her husband. And then Gavin is my oldest. He's a computer engineer for Alliant Energy. And Jensen just graduated from Dallas Grimes High School. And Kaylin's doing an internship at engineering firm, summer mechanical engineering graduate this coming December from Iowa State. And Blake is getting his master's in athletic training conditioning at Grandview. So there's my family. I look forward to seeing your introductory discussion boards, learning more about you. Know that there are other things in the world than statistics that can keep you busy. So I completely understand. Just keep an open communication with me. I'm very willing to work with you, but I'm also here to make sure you stay on top of it. It's a very accelerated course, only 8 weeks, lots of content to do every week. So with that, I'm just going to jump right into the modules. And if we go into modules here, there's going to be the very first thing is this orientation module, which is where you're going to do your syllabus quiz and introduce yourself, practice uploading a document, which is something you'll need to do for your tests, your written work, and your exams. And then under week 1, it's the same dates. The due dates are typically on Tuesdays for the homework. Test dates are usually a little bit different. You have to pay attention to those. And I'll show you the first one here as an example. But this module is also due. I did add a homework help discussion. If you ever have a question on homework, you have the ability to ask me directly through an Ask My Instructor button. But if you want to post one here and get kind of the whole class involved, and if it's one that's helpful to the whole class, I may even post responses to it here. I put it in week 1 so everybody can hopefully find it easily. I may put additional copies of the module to see how that works. But you can just post questions there or obviously contact me directly. So you can see each week I've posted the notes from the author over each one. Some people like to download those as Word documents and add their own notes as they go through. But every section has an interactive assignment and a homework. So you're going to go through the interactive assignment. That's going to be reading, watching videos, doing some practice problems. Once you get 70% or higher on those interactive assignments, you can jump right into the homework. And then these can be done as many times as you like. Your goal should be to get 100% on all of these things. That component of the course, doing these interactive assignments and homeworks, is 25% of your grade. So I'm just going to just briefly show you one here. I'm going to jump into, let's go to chapter 2, because it actually has a little more of the helps and other things. So let's just go into like section 2.2 here, and we'll go into the interactive assignment. You'll see that you can kind of click through here. It's got a brief introductory video, and then it's got some of these are kind of cartoony like, and they're actually pretty good. And there's some reading to go through, very brief reading. This is just, and hit the next button. These are designed for online. It's an online ebook. It's designed for be consumed online. And as you click through these things, you'll see your percentages going up. Whenever you see a video about StatCrunch, that's the software we'll be using in this course to do pretty much everything as far as computation-wise and analysis. Very important to watch those. And then you'll see these homework problems in here. And then these give you some practice. For instance, here's a data set. They're going to want you to like put the frequency of each of these. You can hit this little box here. You can even open this data in StatCrunch, which is really nice. You never have to type in data, raw data into it. And then you can do your analysis. There'll be a video showing you how to do all those things. So we'll be in StatCrunch a lot. And then also, if you look down here, you have this help me solve this button. If you hit that, it actually gives you the correct answers. But when you try to go back out of it, it will generate a brand new problem for you to do. Maybe suggest doing the view an example. It will show look very similar to this. It'll step by step to show you. If you're going to get more help, there's a StatCrunch link typically here. If you just need it in general, which you will. And then the Ask My Instructor button sends me an email with whatever you've responded on this question. And you can type in, hey, I don't get this one. It sends me an email, and then I can respond directly back to you. So this is really typical of how the interactive assignments and even the homework thing will be just homework problems kind of based off of these. So that's what you're going to be doing a lot of your time doing. So I'm going to jump back into the module here. Give me just a second. All right. And you can also see we're going to have discussion boards and labs to do in StatCrunch. So for instance, right here, there's a chapter 1 discussion. So you're going to need to do that as well. This one has you load some survey data and do some analysis with it. And jump right to our first exams, so you kind of get a lot of people obviously are worried about those. First 2 exams are completely online, and you'll do those. They're 90 minutes. They're timed, and you can use your notes. And it's going to open book exams. You'll use the StatCrunch, all those things. There are practice exams, and then go to week 3. That's what it is, week 3. And then if we go here, you can have a practice unit 1 test that's not graded, but you can take as many times as you want, and it'll be very similar to that. And then once you do that, you'll upload your written work right here, and then grade the written portions of the exam. And as you can see, I think in our syllabus, this week goes from the 18th to the 24th. And if I look over here, I'm going to pull my 8-week calendar over so you can see it. And then my 8-week calendar, you can see the first exam is due actually Sunday the 22nd at midnight. So these weeks are fast. Obviously, they're double time from a normal semester. So like the first exam is the 22nd that you take. But I would encourage you, obviously, you take the first part, and then you get a few more days to finish up these assignments. The third exam is going to be proctored at an EMAC testing center, and that needs to be done by the 28th. So you really have kind of a whole week to get that planned, and you'll see some information on the syllabus quiz as well. We'll be doing a final project in this class. You'll do a discussion. You're just going to analyze a journal article, and you can pick pretty much any quantitative journal article you want and analyze it. And we'll be having a discussion to help you get started with that once we kind of start Unit 3, which would be right in here. Doing the journal article review right here at week 4. We'll start doing that, and then you'll finish it with part 2 at the end. That's worth 10% of your grade. So if I go to our syllabus, I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to go right to our syllabus here, briefly go over a few things here, and that'll be it. So we've got this online class. You should expect to spend, they say spend 2 to 3 hours per credit in a normal. So double that for double time. So 4 to 6 hours, 3 credit class. So about, 12 to 18 hours. Most students should get it done around 12, I would guess, hours a week to go through all the interactives, do all the online homework, do the discussions, the labs, do all the required materials, studying, reviewing for tests. I do have I have office hours on the Anthony campus. I'm teaching it face-to-face as well, Tuesday, Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 10:40. But I also have office hours in Building 23 after that from 10:45 to 1:15. I can jump on and do virtual online office hours at that time or in-person office hours. And then you can do online office hours right here by request. So my office hours are right here. And by request, that would be over, if you look over here in Kaltura Media Gallery, there's the ability, if you click on that, I can open it up. It's kind of like a Zoom session, and we can interact. I usually record those sessions and post those recordings online for others to watch. So it's really valuable for students to do that and for them to even watch them later to get some asynchronous learning. I'm usually very responsive to, I give you my cell phone number, I text, email, call. If you do fall behind, expect me to reach out to you, giving you feedback through all those assignments and ask my instructor. And so that's kind of it. Oh, grading criteria, 25% are those interactive and homework assignments. Those discussions and crunch labs, 15%. The article analysis project is 10%, and then our 3 exams are worth half the grade, 50%. And that's about it. So really looking forward to working with you. Students in general do very well as long as they keep up with the content, put the proper amount of time in, very high success rates in this class. So I just encourage you to not get behind, stay on top of it, and if you do have any glitches, please reach out. This is what I'm doing also, so I'm here to help you. Have a wonderful first days of the course, and looking forward to